minute because people are just
It's all yours
joining
when you're ready to
in.
go.
Yeah, I'm ready to go right now, but
Whenever you're
I'm
ready.
just giving it a minute so people can join.
Do
I'm not doing a bit or
the
anything.
intro. Do the intro that people know you for.
Hey, welcome to youtube.com/James Willems stuff.
That's it.
This is the channel that James, he posts, I think, Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. He posts.
Oh
to his
heavens
oh,
no.
Yeah.
Heavens
There you
no.
go.
I think Sundays we will stream.
Every Sunday we've been doing a little like this.
This.
And we're here.
It's like a variety show. Only it's always the same.
Yeah, there's not a lot of variety.
There's no term for it. But yeah. Elise is the one, I credit where credit is due. I'm always tired, and Elise goes, we should stream.
Yeah.
But then I also throw it on you, and I say, well, what are we going to talk about? And you go, we'll figure something out.
The safest seat on an airplane. Do you know where it is?
It's whatever one gets the cart pressed against it, right?
What do you, oh,
The food
because
cart?
I told you. I told James that I had read about this air disaster, air crash. I don't quite recall exactly what happened to the plane mid-flight, but something happened. There's some kind of explosion or something. The front of the plane is ripped off the back of the plane, whatever. This thing's going down. The only passenger that survived of the full plane was this one woman who got pinned to her seat by one of the flight attendant's carts. And so when the plane hit, she fell unconscious as well. And that probably kept her heart from exploding. And then
That's like what I do anytime things get stressful.
Yeah.
You say, why did you pass out when someone asked you how much they should tip on an order of pastries, and I say, I was just keeping my heart from exploding.
Yeah, and so then the plane crashes, and she's the only passenger that survived because of that cart pinning her.
Because everyone got sucked out.
But the safest seat on an airplane, let me see, I was just looking
Is
at
it not exit row?
So like toward the back of the plane, but then probably close, like middle or toward the back third of the plane. And then middle seats are generally considered safer than aisle or window because you're tightly confined, like the woman that got pinned by the cart. The middle section of the plane is typically where the fuel cells are positioned, so if there's going to be a fire, you don't want to be there.
No.
The rear seats are the historically most safe. And then the closer you are to exit. So I guess if you were toward the back of the plane.
I just have to say something real quick. Hawkeye 420 said, didn't know Patrick was as strong as you, James, to carry Jacob like that. I think they're referring to the fact that Jacob's wedding took place this weekend, and we were there. And at some point, there's a video that people witnessed of Patrick holding Jacob up.
I was very vocal that Jacob had to get lifted at some point during the wedding.
And so Patrick
and
I lifted Jacob.
Who was doing most of the lifting?
I will say, both he and I were lifting the entirety of Jacob's weight. Okay?
Equally?
But the video that's going around does not show me. Because I'm on the other side of Jacob. It shows Ryan holding Jacob's foot, screaming, keep him up, keep him up. While he's holding his foot.
I filmed it too.
So
There
show
you
this.
Right there.
Yeah, show this. See? 2 people holding all his weight. Oh, thanks for the help in the back there, guys. Thanks, guys. And where's Ryan holding his foot?
Oh, do you want me to post this? I'll post this right now.
You can. I just want it to be. I don't want there to be some sort of thing that I wasn't there when Jacob was getting lifted. Patrick and I both lifted him, and hoisted.
Yeah, I'll just show you right now.
Just wanted to
No
make.
problem.
Sorry to interrupt, but I saw the comments and I felt like something had to be said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll post it if it means that much to you.
No, you don't have to post it. I just wanted to tell them.
I have this photo too. It's not a great photo though.
No, that's not a great photo. I mean, Patrick and I look great. The thing is, here's the thing. I want to let Jacob talk about his own wedding, so I don't think we're going to talk much about his wedding.
Oh, no,
we'll let Jacob talk about his own wedding on his stream, which I'm sure he'll do when he wants to.
Other than that, it was lovely.
It was fantastic. We had a great time. I love seeing everybody, and we all got to hang out and dance. But I want him to talk about it, and when he does, I want you guys to go watch his stream and support him and congratulate him. But there's no way to get lifted up in a 3-piece suit and for it to all stay on your body, right? So like as soon as we lifted it up, his vest just shot up.
Yeah.
But either way, I think he had a great time, and I had a great time. So that's all. The rest of it you'll have to get from Jacob's mouth.
Just from his mouth?
Probably. I don't think anything else out of him talks. So the middle.
The middle of the plane to the back.
But have you seen there's that, because it's called Alive, but then they made that other movie about the rugby team. The
Alive
rugby
is
team.
about the soccer team, that crashed in the Andes.
Yeah, they were rugby, right? Not soccer.
I thought it was soccer always, but let's see.
Because there's that movie that came out last year, the something of snow something.
Oh, yes. It is rugby. Okay, sorry. Yes, you're right. It's rugby.
But that movie was interesting because
what is that? The snow. Yeah. What is it
something of the snow. But either way, there are people at the back of the plane that end up on the other side of a mountain as people in the front of the plane. So in that scenario, you don't want to be in the back because you might survive the crash. But now you're stuck. You're stuck in the snow. Just think about that. Just think about it.
Do you think it's a metaphor for life that the middle to the back is the safest?
That's where you want to be. Keep your eyes. Well, we had some discussion.
It's safe, but there's no risk.
We had some discussion this weekend about where the best place to sit at a table is, a long table, and which is the head and which is the foot, right? And the head is the part of the table that can see the entrance, like the exits and stuff. The foot is the one that has their back to it.
The way we were seated at Jacob's wedding, Patrick was at the head of the table.
I wasn't going to say anything, but...
You were going to let Jacob's not going to talk about that.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Jacob's not going to talk about...
I wasn't going to say anything.
Society of the Snow.
I wasn't going to embarrass Ryan that way.
Patrick was at the head of the table, facing the door,
and Ryan
with his
was
back to the wall.
All the way down at the foot. Hierarchy established. Anyway.
But yeah, you think the middle to the back of the plane, the middle to the back of life is the safest place. But you're not taking the risk. You're not going to get off the plane the fastest. You're not going to get your drink first.
I don't try and get off the plane the fastest.
Well, what if you need to make a connection, Jane? You're not going to make those connections.
I might not make the connections, but if it's that close, it was bad from the start. If it was that close that the timing of me being at the back of the plane and missing the connection, and because they know the connections when you're on a flight, and if they don't do the thing where they say let the people that have connections get off first, and then I still miss the connection, I was never going to make that connection. I don't think I was ever going to make that connection.
H says love from Ireland, from Ryan, Obo, and Floydie.
Are those names?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, they're great.
It's great crack.
It sounds like a morning radio show. You're on.
This is
with Ryan Abo and Floydie
in the morning.
I also sit window. I try and sit window on planes because I don't get up to go to the bathroom.
And I sit aisle, and we do the thing where we try to keep that middle seat clear on Southwest.
Well, if it's not assigned seats, yeah. She schemes it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. The last time we were on a plane, someone was like, "Oh, you sit right here," and it was an almost full flight, and then you were like, "I think there's an empty seat up there."
There was an empty seat in the exit row. And so I turned to this guy in the middle and I said, "I'm not trying to tell you to leave, but there's an empty seat in the exit row." And he
grabbed
he
his
wanted it.
I've never seen someone move so quickly.
He wanted it.
He grabbed his stuff so fast and moved up there, and then Elise looked at me and she went, because then we had the middle seat all to ourselves.
Work like a charm. Work like a charm. James, is there another answer for it coming up?
There is. Not technically announced, but I'll announce it right now. We're going to do another one February 9th. Tickets are not on sale yet, so I guess I'll have to remind you at some point.
Yeah, whatevs.
But February 9th, we're going to do another one at Dynasty's Typewriter. It's fun. It's a fun show to do.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting better at making it.
That's good. Efficient? More efficient?
More efficient. The hardest part for me is deciding who to have on because I feel like I know a lot of funny people.
So many good people.
Yeah.
What did you want to talk to me about?
I don't know. You wanted to talk to me. You want to talk to me. You said I'll only talk to you if the stream is on.
That's not what I said.
Remember when you said that?
I talk to you all the time. We're constantly talking to each other about everything and nothing. I think that's what marriage is.
You're right. Sometimes you don't even talk at all, and one of you just puts on Pet Shop Boys and then falls asleep.
On the ride back from the wedding, because it's like a 90-minute drive back, James was driving. I had offered to drive, but you said
Never
no.
would have made it. We'll still be
We
out
just
there
stopped at that
somewhere.
water slide
We'd be out there
at
somewhere.
Six Flags, and you said, put on some music or whatever. So I put on the Pet Shop Boys album that came out this year. I thought that'd be good for you. And I was drifting in and out of consciousness in the passenger seat, so I kept catching snippets of what was one of the songs? It was like Innocent or something. I just kept catching
There's
snippets.
that. There was something about why would I still dance
Yeah.
if I'm alone.
Yeah. And I thought, oh God, I wonder if he's liking this. Or
It was good. Honestly, I was enjoying it, but I just thought it was funny that you were like Pet Shop Boys. And I also was thinking, because anytime you're trying to sleep in a car, you never sleep. You're like, I'm keeping my eyes closed and I'm like kind of fading.
It's almost a fugue state.
In and out, and stuff like that. But I thought it was funny because I was like, you must think that this is one long song.
Their music also all has a
It's also a genre.
general...
Yeah. But I mean, like, techno and dance oftentimes, like, sometimes it's the same BPM or whatever.
What do we call this stream? Still in
Love.
Yeah.
It's a new character you're debuting, right? Still in Love?
That's what marriage is you put on the Pet Shop Boys for your spouse.
Yep. That's right.
And it got you through the ride.
Got me through. It got me home. There were many times where I thought, maybe just pull 90-degree turns to take it straight into the wall, but I didn't do it.
Oh, Austin, that's so...
Austin
nice of you.
became a
Thank you.
member and then also gifted a membership
That's so
to
nice.
Monad. But yeah, that's what love is. The year's almost coming to a close.
Yeah, that's
Many
why
big
Jimmy Carter
changes.
said bye-bye.
I love it.
Bye-bye.
Honestly, I took a shower as soon as I got home, and I was thinking that, like, probably good, because I do a monologue at the beginning of every show. I was like, I'm probably going to talk about Jimmy Carter.
Will it still feel relevant by February?
I'll make it relevant. So I'll probably say something,
Because
like,
it won't be the new year.
what do you mean?
Well, now I think it's interesting that he was like, year's over, bye-bye.
That's what I love about it.
Sorry.
Genuine question. Sorry.
He said, sorry.
Has anyone ever, like, died better than this?
Lived 100 years.
100 years.
And then when the new year was
And
coming,
then he was like,
no,
I ain't
thanks.
starting it. I ain't starting something I can't finish. Mm-hmm. So he got to the end of the year at 100. Because didn't Betty White die at 99?
I think so.
Because that's funny. Because she thought that
Yeah.
was funny. So I believe. Thank you, Monad. Monad got the gifted one and then gave it forward to Jim.
Oh, that's nice.
I think. So this is my theory. Tell me what you guys think about. I think, barring sickness, we choose when we die. I think we can choose. I think we can shut her down. And I think Jimmy Carter shut it down. He said, we ain't got to get into that new year.
I think he was holding
shut it
on
down.
for reasons.
A hero.
I'm upset because I was just about to start a campaign to try to get him to host Saturday Night Live.
Oh, no.
And because with Betty White, it was like, we got to get her to host.
Yeah.
We only have her for so long.
Yeah, we got to get him the 5-timer jacket.
Got to get him the 5-timer
Starting
jacket.
from 0.
And so
But yeah.
I couldn't get that going. He never hosted SNL. McRae, welcome to membership.
He did so many other things. He built so many houses, but he never did that.
He never hosted SNL.
But I just think, I'm starting to think maybe we
We're
can
bleeding
choose.
people watching this talking about Jimmy Carter.
No, we're not.
They wanted you to talk about what love is.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Yeah, I mean, not hurting the person that you're with. That's
I sent you a video that a mutual friend of ours was at a party where an Austin Powers impersonator showed up.
I did see it.
How'd that make you feel? Did you make you wish that we were at the party?
I wish that
Love would be if money wasn't an object. I would find some sort of occasion to get Elise an Austin
Yeah, I
Powers
love it.
impersonator.
I wish I was more into throwing myself like big birthday parties, because that would be a great... People would love that. Mutsuru and member for a year. People would... No, 52 months.
52 months. That's a long time.
That's much more than a year.
That's a long time.
I'm thinking... I read it as 52 weeks, and I went, oh, a year. But no, it is 52
or 12
months.
Yeah. Throw people birthday parties if you had money?
No,
if,
but
if money was no object,
if money was no object, my
and
friends,
you wanted to show your love to me, what would you do?
I think I have done some pretty grand gestures for you.
I've gotten fantastic gestures.
I've spent my money.
That's why I stick around.
Spoiled you.
That's why I stick around.
You're very kept that way.
I like it that way. I've told you 100 times I wish to be a kept man.
I know.
I wish to be a home man.
not like a stay-at-home father.
No, a home man.
Just home man.
He need not go out. He need not go out unless he chooses.
Doesn't he have to go get groceries or anything? Or work wife does that?
Sometimes he get groceries.
But working wife mostly get grocery too.
No, she does.
Working wife stop after work.
She doesn't. No, she comes straight home.
Working wife?
Home man, he get groceries sometimes.
What else?
If working wife puts on list, home man get grocery.
Oh, but working wife has to do emotional labor, mental labor to put on list.
It's not emotional, it's physical.
Mental labor.
It is physical though too. I'm just making sure you know that it's both mental and physical.
So what else are home man's responsibility?
Home man needs to be present. Okay.
For what? To like if a delivery comes or something?
No, I mean like present, like in own mind.
What the hell does that mean?
Home man must be fully realized. Fully realized man.
What is he doing though?
Existing. Training.
Oh, so we're just working out. You already work out a lot.
That's okay, yeah. But home man works out so that way when you come home, when work wife come home, okay, you're like, oh, you've trained. Home man also has friends over.
You do have people over a lot.
Home man sometimes plays video games.
You do play video games. You're kind of already home man.
Yeah, the difference is you're not work wife.
I would say do more work-related things than you do currently.
Okay, well, I was laid off, so
Oh.
I'm sorry, but that my economic situation, I'm sorry that my economic situation changed so dramatically this year. I was laid off.
When I was saying goodbye to Charlotte, I was like, I hope your 2025 is as amazing as your 2024 was. Oh, we can all laugh about it now.
We laughed about it then. I thought we laughed about it then.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we laughed pretty hard then. No. The answer that everyone's asking, I have not seen Sonic 3 yet.
Did anyone even ask that? No. We could go tonight if we wanted to.
No.
Go see Sonic 3.
No. I will see it at some point, I'm sure. I just didn't love the first two. I'm glad they exist. And I'm glad a whole new generation of people are finding Sonic the Hedgehog.
Home man is exactly the type of man
that I want to be married to.
Who's glad that Sonic 3 exists, but does not see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly a home man attribute.
I heard a couple fireworks. People are asking if we've heard fireworks.
Yeah.
I guess they're starting for New Year's.
You gotta get started early. Fireworks are very popular here in Los Angeles.
We did watch the new Wallace and Gromit.
We did watch the news. A Vengeance Most Foul, which, spoiler alert, is said in the film. So that's pretty fun.
Yes.
It's said.
Spoiler, James. I would have been so surprised to see that.
But we watched that. We watched... What else did we watch recently?
Well, one of Home Man's responsibilities is remembering everything Home Man and Work Wife consume. Because sometimes Work Wife has to be on her laptop answering emails while they're watching movies.
Home Man doesn't, that's for sure. Unless he's returning orders, t-shirts that don't fit.
Because they're too.
That's the only time Home Man opens up a computer.
They're too small because he's been growing.
He's been training. We watched Shadow of the Vampire. I
rewatched it. I hadn't seen it in like 20 years.
Yeah. This is about 20 years old.
Yeah. The movie?
Right? Isn't it 2000?
2000.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it still has some things about it that feel 2000-ish, but it's a interesting take and approach to saying, what if the actor playing Nosferatu was actually a vampire? It's a fun scenario, you know.
And of course, the trivia, the Viggo Mortensen broke his toe level trivia is that Willem Dafoe was seen in that film, and that's what got him the Green Goblin.
Yeah, it was that performance in Shadow of the Vampire that then...
Sam Raimi said, "Get me that vampire!"
Yeah.
And they had to explain to him, "Oh, it's an actor playing a vampire, playing an actor, playing a vampire."
Yeah.
Because he got confused. So...
Yes.
Yeah. Have you seen any of the behind the scenes Spider-Man
Wicked
clips?
stuff?
No. The behind the scenes Spider-Man stuff where before they made it a metal mask, when they tried to do the comic book accurate mask. It's terrifying.
No, should we watch it right now?
I'll try and find it.
So we can show a screenshot to them.
They've all seen it. This is a smart crowd.
I do want to watch some of the Wicked behind the scene stuff because I think they did a lot of cool practical. Oh no, I have seen this. I think they did a lot of cool practical stuff on that movie, or a hybrid of practical with then.
The kind of stuff HMan will do for you is he find these clips for you.
HMan, yeah. Work wife comes home. Work wife comes home. HMan has spent the whole day finding a bunch of bullshit.
HMan goes,
"It's not productive.
You'll never believe what I found today."
Work wife has a whole list of Instagram reels that HMan has been watching and sending her.
Yeah. You're describing exactly.
Oh, Jim Nope did a kind thing for Chiv Shivers.
Who?
Jim Nope.
Oh, that's nice. Thanks, Jim. Here you go, everybody. It's fine. We're back.
HMan
We didn't say anything.
HMan had one job,
We had one job.
which was the audio.
We didn't say anything important anyway. We were just looking at this stuff.
HMan had one job: make audio work.
We didn't say anything. We were just clicking on this, and then we went to that other website where we thought we maybe could buy this one, and it kept giving us spam. That's it.
Oh, his chin's all like...
It's crinkly.
It's crinkly.
It's real. Anyway, that's way too scary.
Wait, is it an unpopular opinion to say that I slightly prefer
Oh, it could be.
the original Green Goblin concept
That
mask?
is an unpopular opinion. I think it looks way worse. This looks way worse. It looks fine here, but the idea of it being in that movie doesn't work at all. I don't think.
It would have looked like some 80s, like the old Captain America or whatever this
Yeah.
bad
Truth of the matter is, I
guy.
still don't understand in the context of the comic books really how it worked. I remember being very confused reading all those comics when I was young, and being like, I don't understand. How's his face work?
I don't
right?
really know.
Because
What
like
do you
the
mean?
Green Goblin in the comics looks like this.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what.
Yeah, he's hot.
But this is a mask. Like
Is it a mask?
it's supposed to
In
be
the
a
comics?
mask. Yeah.
And then he throws his stink bombs.
Like, how is this a mask? This makes sense, right? Because
Yeah,
you can
this
see the
is a
eyes.
mask.
You can see Norman Osborn under there. This, I guess, also makes sense, but it's still weird because it doesn't. But like, this doesn't make any sense.
Oh, I guess. I don't know why I thought he transformed, and I've seen that Spider-Man movie a bunch.
He does get the serum in the movie at the very least. He does get a super serum. I don't think in the comic books he just. Yeah. But I never understood, like, I was like, what's going on? And did they ever explain? Did they ever try and retcon that to explain how Norman Osborn went, that works. That's fine. I guess that could be a weird Halloween mask. Except that then he'll go and he'll be like, I'm a crime boss now. And he'll talk to a bunch of people and his face will be fine.
He's a crime boss?
He does become a crime boss at a certain point.
But what did he work in before? Pharmaceuticals?
Yeah, Norman Osborn, Oscorp.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I see.
How do you feel? Question. Superman trailer came out a couple days ago.
Didn't we already talk about it?
Yeah, but we didn't talk about the most pressing issue.
Which is?
How do you feel about, instead of his company being called Lex Corp, it's called Loser Corp?
Oh, I don't really...
You don't care either way?
Doesn't affect me. Is that something that would affect HMan because he's home so much and he has so much time to just kind of dwell and ruminate on very unimportant
He'd
things
think about
like
it.
this?
He'd think about it, but I'll tell you one thing for certain. HMan would also go, it's weird that he had a corporation that was named after his first name. And then HMan would probably Google it and find out that it's because he was taking the business from his father. And he didn't want his father... He wanted to make sure everyone knew that it wasn't his father's business
Did
anymore.
you Google this before?
Something HMan would do if HMan were to do.
Okay, so if you're just joining us now, HMan is an archetype of a man who doesn't have a job, but he also doesn't have kids or any responsibilities, so he's just like a man that stays home
He has
while
responsibilities.
his wife works and pays the bills.
He has responsibilities. We established that sometimes he gets groceries. So that's a responsibility.
Wait, so so then one of his responsibilities is Googling things about Superman.
I would say that's a perk, less a responsibility.
Luthor Corp, now that you're contextualizing it for me, Luthor Corp makes so much more sense. Lex Corp feels very, very weird.
It does feel weird, except when you think that he wanted to make sure no one thought that his dad's business. So he's like, I'm going to name it my first name.
Well, he could have called it Orphan Corp.
Oh, he's not an orphan. He had a dad.
But he could consider himself dadless.
Oh.
I'm
I
an
have no
orphan.
father.
Yeah.
I see.
Acolyte 1, 2, 3, 4. Does HMan at least cook and clean?
Yes. Yes.
But I feel like work wife, I've heard, does a lot of the cleaning around the home.
And the cooking, or
Well, she
does
makes
HMan
food for
cook?
herself a lot.
But is it actually food, or is it toast with large hunks of cheese on top?
Okay,
that cooking?
The discussion is, does work wife does a lot of the cleaning?
Yeah, but also the cooking.
Okay.
We're just describing hypotheticals. I mean, it's my hope.
Jay has a question.
Hey, Team Willems, are you excited for the Robbie Williams Monkey movie? If I recall, Bruce mentioned James as a fan. How did Bruce mention James as a fan? Oh, like on a stream or something? I was like, I'm pretty vocal about being a fan. You guys are so delightful. Keep up the positive vibes. Blackheart. Yeah, I'm excited for it. And everyone sent me the trailer when trailer first came out, which I appreciated. But I also was like, I ain't watching that because I'm going to see that front row. The worst seat. No, I'm excited to see it. I did see a brief clip, I think on Instagram.
Thanks, McRae understands the cheese element. So you see a clip on Instagram.
Or it's pity.
HMan's on Instagram a lot.
Yeah.
So he would see clips as well.
Sometimes HMan goes viral. Sometimes HMan goes viral.
We should definitely talk about that. There's at least you should get a prenup.
Too late.
I almost, because I officiated Jacob's wedding, and I almost, in my officiant speech. I can mention this because I didn't include it, but I also wanted to include something about how Jacob should get a prenup because it seemed like Tara was eyeing his high midichlorian count. Like she's going to try to divorce him and take some of his midichlorians because he has so many. But then I was like, I need to dial this back.
Yeah,
I'm getting in the weeds of how nerdy
That's too deep.
this is.
Yeah.
McRae, he understands the cheese. Thank you. It's great to have somebody.
I think McRae. I think if you saw it, you might go, oh, that's different than what I was picturing in my head.
James, why did you choose the nickname Just Riggs?
So fun story. Dan, who everyone, if you're familiar with Funhouse, you know Dan. He and I go way back, and we used to edit funny videos in college under an alias. And the alias, we were Riggs and Mordecai. So kind of like Riggs and Murtaugh. We probably subconsciously were like Riggs and Murtaugh, but I was Riggs and he was Mordecai. And then at one point there was some time where I had to cut something and he wasn't able to do it too. So then I just went with Just Riggs.
I see.
And then when I needed gamer tag usernames or whatever, I just went with Riggs. So I went Just Riggs. That's the story. Thrilling.
Bert O'Neill, more Smosh when? I enjoy going, and it's the kind of thing where I think occasionally they'll ask us to come by. Always enjoy doing it.
They have a big Rolodex of really talented people too. So, but yeah, every time we go, they're super cool and professional and fun, and make it a super fun time. So, my favorite thing was when we did the Joker Batman. And everyone's like, who are these people?
A lot of people didn't realize it was
I always prefer that to then going somewhere and being like, this is James and Elise. Where are you from, James and Elise? You know?
Greg Detroll. Welcome.
Welcome, Greg.
You went really viral.
Christmas Day.
Christmas Eve. It was like 3 ghosts visited you during the night, but it was...
I said, sell your soul.
But it was Chrissy Teigen, Kristen Chenoweth, and Andy Cohen.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I made a very stupid video on Instagram.
Not stupid. It was very entertaining.
Yeah, but it's the official ranking of something I have no authority over, of the Peanuts Charlie Brown Christmas special dances. A video, an idea.
I'll play it, but without sound.
An idea that I thought of, I want to say 2 years ago, that I thought would be funny to do on the YouTube channel, where you and I sit here and then talk about it.
But sometimes it takes work, or it takes HMan a long time to execute on an idea.
Not even that. I wish it took a long time. What actually happened is every single time it would be January something, and I go, oh shit, I forgot that video.
This is it. You may have seen it on Instagram.
And so I was like, oh, I gotta do it this year. I have to make sure I do it this year. And this is how viral works, is that I set up like a camera and I like filmed myself, and I was trying to like do all this keying of myself out and like really pull the clips and make sure it's very like good and professional, and it was taking way too long. And I was like, this is taking way too long, and I want to get this done. So then I just literally just did the simple, lazy Instagram thing. And then I was like, there, it's done. I felt better. And then Tim Geddes liked it pretty early on. And I said, mission accomplished.
That's all you need.
Mission accomplished.
Is the wonderful man Tim
What
Geddes
more could I
like
want?
It.
And then it did good. And then I woke up the next morning, and Kid from Kid and Play had followed me. And I said, that's interesting. And saw that it was doing really well. And then, Kristen Chenoweth commented on it.
Just bonkers.
And then it kept going. Yeah. It kept going. It went pretty crazy.
Chrissy Teigen followed you.
But
she's in for a world of...
I can't wait for her to see my next post.
Yeah. She's gonna be like, what? Who is this guy?
Yeah.
What am I doing here?
So anyway, that's the beauty. This is what it looks like to go viral. If you've ever been curious what the other side looks like.
It is always interesting with content creation, because you can put so much intention and effort, skill, expertise, really make something in a really elevated way, and it can obviously fall to the wayside, not really get recognized at all. Or you can kind of just spit something out, and then it just...
Yeah.
And, you know...
Rook says, James, what work do you do now after Funhouse
It's an
died?
interesting
I just
question.
told you I go viral on Instagram.
Yeah. HMan occasionally he goes viral.
So, what more could you want? Don't ask me how much money it translates to. Ask me.
How much money?
No money.
Oh.
That's the other thing. If you're curious how much money you make on an Instagram video that got 3.5 million views, the answer is $0. And I remember I was looking at it going like, well, what can you do? What can you do? James, you're bigger than Dave Bautista. You mean in terms of virality?
Mike 420 says, James, put your heart and soul into being a home man. No! Don't encourage
I'm doing it for you,
man.
Mike. I'm doing it for you.
Please don't encourage home man.
Home man is the dream.
Oh my gosh.
That's the finish line. The rainbow at the end of the rainbow.
So much pressure on work wife.
No, because she loves to work. And she loves to be a wife.
I do enjoy working.
She loves to work.
I do enjoy working.
Who were we talking with? Zach about this recently? Where he and I were like, man, what if we didn't have to do anything?
Yeah.
And you were like, I'd still do all kinds of things.
Yeah.
And Zach and I were like, well, yeah, we do some things. We do some things. We'd still like to do some things.
Because Zach's favorite thing is just to like do nothing. And Zach came to our home. I mean, he comes to our home often. But the last time he was at our place several days ago, we have this, like, we call it a trifold, but it's basically a narrow...
Like a cushion,
but thick, almost like a mattress topper that folds into 3 sections. And we just have it, and then, like, we'll be, watching movies and stuff in our living room, and we need additional seating, and we'll just kind of put it on the ground and prop up some pillows, and somebody can, like, chill there. And Zach... he had seen it and he was like, oh my gosh, this is great. Because sometimes he'll just hang out on the floor, And there's lots of stories of us, watching movies with Zach and him lying on the ground and me lying on the ground and us both falling asleep. And so he saw this and he's like, I have to get one of those. So he got one, and then he said to me, he's like, what if I brought over my trifold? And then there would be 2 trifolds. And I was like, this is getting...
At this point, you can't see the floor anymore.
You can't see the floor. It's like Kramer when Kramer just had all the levels in his apartment with pillows everywhere.
Yep.
But, yeah. It's like one of our, like, best but least proud moments of, like...
But these are the kind of achievements that Zach and I aspire to.
The brain of a home man.
Zach would be a great home man.
He would.
He'd be a great home man.
He loves being home.
Loves being home, but also sometimes you're not home. Sometimes you go out and you eat at a patio. Restaurant.
Zach is the home man final boss.
Wait, who is battling the home man? Because home men don't turn against each other.
They're really too much allied. Like, as more allied than I would like them to be.
Yeah, we're strong.
Yeah.
Apes together strong. Dr. Faceman says, James, what do you say to the accusations that you are a handsome boy? In all seriousness, the wife and I love you both. You're
a very handsome man.
Well, maybe to you, but not to everyone.
To everyone, I think, objectively.
No, you go to Japan, they can't look me in the eye.
Why?
Okay, you can't look me in the eye.
Rook says, what if Bruce and you start demo disking again?
You say that like it's a dance move.
I think on their channel they do similar content.
Yeah.
Nathan Einhorn just popping to say, I'm glad to see your faces. Hope you're doing well. Oh, thank you.
Do we look well?
I feel a little bit tired because we were...
Yeah, we did some traveling and yeah.
Ryan Haley... a friend of his has a house out near the wedding, and was like, hey, offered us a room there, but we wanted to bring our dog with us, and so we couldn't stay in that house, so we ended up staying elsewhere. But we went by the house, and it was so weird and so cool, And Ryan, he had so many people coming by this house to check it out. I don't know, it's hard to see here because it's dark, but there was this little.
Well, you sure you want to show that one? What if Ryan invites them over?
Oh, there was this like little tiny small door that led to this little nook. He kept trying to trick people to open because when you opened it, there was a two-headed goat inside that like scared you.
There, yeah. So
it's hard to see. It's really hard to see
where, but basically right above my head, my tiny head there's a two-headed goat.
But
that screeches at you and plays.
It didn't get
music.
me because I think I have pretty delayed reflexes.
Well, you also opened the door. Ryan kept trying to get people when they came over, and he'd be like, "Oh, can you grab something from there?" Or that's maybe too subtle. He would say, "Look in there. There's nothing in there," and then you'd open it, and then a two-headed goat would be inside. Yeah, with Elise, he was maybe not as subtle. What are you showing? Oh, don't worry about that. We might be creating a new business venture. Deals are there. I would say we use this as an opportunity. That's a thing.
I can't get it to focus.
That's the thing is a couple things about this photo I want you to see. Number one, just because you're doing a trip doesn't mean you can't also get some work done. Also, by nature of Patrick and I shaking our hands, that whole wedding becomes a work expense write-off. For myself, himself, and his employees, which include Jacob. Mm-hmm. Because I believe he's the CEO of Astro Goblin.
Is he?
I believe so. That's what I've heard. That's what I've been told.
I don't know how the stream is. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming.
We get, the internet's not ideal, but it's fine.
I'm pretty tired.
Yeah.
But it's a good tired because it was fun.
Yeah. It was a very fun weekend.
You may have seen this from Lindsay's post, but she caught the bouquet.
Oh yeah, Lindsay caught the bouquet.
Yeah,
We're talking all this stuff that.
But this might not be stuff that Jacob talks about.
I don't know how much Jacob's going to talk about. Chris Milling, James, how did you get such good delts? It's actually pretty simple. I would say lift weights for 30 years.
What is the delt?
The delt is this muscle right here that raises your arm.
Isn't that like your rotator cuff?
Your rotator cuff is the broad term for like about 4 muscles that intersect all in the back of your shoulder. But the delt is basically this like cap of muscles that move.
How does HMan know so much about the anatomy?
HMan Googles. That's one of the best things about HMan is he Googles.
Why are you doing this?
He's a top tier Googler.
Why are you doing this like low eye
He's
thing?
a top. Remember when Patrick went and he walked over like a gorilla and hooked arms with me?
Yeah, that's nice.
That was also technically a business write-off.
I see.
So because it's a business deal.
Well, is Patrick going to be a HMan too? He did tell me that he's going to be, home.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
More.
Oh, he's definitely working towards it, if not already. It's the new FIRE. Remember the FIRE movement?
No.
That's like the, what was it? FIRE movement.
Oh, financial independence,
retire
early.
early. Which people are saying was a disaster.
Really? Why?
There's a lot of people who subscribe to it, and now they're going, I wasted my like
their earning years.
My earning years. Well, I wasted my not earning years. I wasted my youth not doing anything.
Uh-huh.
And now I'm too old to do anything with this retirement. But that also might have been propaganda by Big Old Retire.
By
Big Roth IRA.
Yeah, or just the capitalist machine that wants us to be constantly.
That's true. I didn't check my sources.
Did you? I heard this great piece of wisdom from Denzel Washington. He said, "Your life is 3 parts."
Uh-huh.
He said, "The first part, you learn.
Uh-huh.
The second part,
you
earn. The third part,
you burn.
You return."
To what?
Don't interrupt work wife again. Or
Where's
you won't, or HMan won't get his stipend.
Can I just say something real quick? Part of HMan's jobs are to interrupt.
I bet.
It's part of his interrupt.
I bet.
What does return mean? You start wearing a diaper
You
again.
give back. You give
Oh,
back.
you give back. You return the
You
money you
return.
stole.
You return.
You stole the money. Now you used to give it back to the bank.
You return. Andreas says HMan knows a lot of financial independence, to which I would say is interesting because HMan isn't the breadwinner.
No, but work wife goes to work. She comes back. She pours money out on floor. HMan scoops money into a crevice. Sometimes HMan makes a crevice or a cubby hole or some sort of a nest of sort.
What does HMan do with the
And
money?
then he scoops it like this.
Why is workwife getting paid in this way? That she
In
has
cash? Cold
cash,
hard?
cold hard cash.
I
Was
don't
she a
know.
stripper?
That's a question for work wife. I only know the role of HMan. I just know that HMan often is poured out in front of HMan. HMan takes off PlayStation 5 wireless headphones and scoops the money into the money pit or again the nest or the cubby or something.
Nest.
Yeah.
So HMan has like a stash that he then Gollum gallops
Yeah, he
away
invests.
to stash away workwife's money.
It's their money. They earned it together.
Excuse me?
They earned it together he created home. Because if he did not have home, workwife would have nowhere to dump cash. Don't you understand?
But he's
How
not a
clear
homemaker
can
by
I
any
make this
means.
for
He's
you?
not a homemaker by any means.
No, construction makes homes. HMan lives in it.
Okay, so
Take the cash.
HMan take work, and workwife is just fine with this.
Yeah. She dumps, she goes, and then she goes back to work to fill up bag again. And HMan, he takes it, and then HMan does this and then he watches workwife leave, and as soon as door closes, he stops and then puts his PS5 headphones back on. That's what HMan do. I don't understand how hard this is simple. And then he hears, but then he also pulls one off because he doesn't hear car engine start. Workwife car engine. And then it finally starts. And
What if her car's electric?
well, you can hear the sound because they have to make the sound, the UFO
Yeah.
sound.
Is that a sound that we thought was made so it didn't back up into anyone, but now
So
we know it's a
HMan
sound,
can
so
know when car
HMan can know
arrive.
when car wife?
When car arrive.
When car arrive,
Yeah.
workwife. Okay, so workwife she brings the money home, and then he just stashes it away. How is he taking it and earning any dividends or actually making money off of this money?
Well,
Investing, because
once
someone-
or twice a week, HMan calls other HMan, and they ask about what new crypto is available, and they buy new coin, hot coin. They buy, and they take the money and they hold it like this. It's just wads, 50s, 1s, 20s, just wadded up like that, and then he holds it out. And it might be that's the thing is you don't know what workwife job is, so maybe some other workwife out there, her job is to go gather the money.
Does HMan know what workwife do?
HMan doesn't ask questions. HMan doesn't ask questions. HMan Googles answers.
Yes, okay.
So
Homecoin, Great Mr. Magoo is maybe there's a...
I would say I love that idea. The only problem is that's a little too much initiative there. Too much initiative there, maybe.
Too much work for HMan.
Yeah, I just couldn't imagine seeing it getting all set up.
I see.
You know?
Bye, Salaryman. Salaryman, also honorary HMan.
Oh, yeah.
Because Salaryman.
Yeah. Mostly water, too, just like HMan.
So none of you are able to actually truly organize.
What do you mean?
Because you all are independently kept.
Clearly we can organize something because workwife does not suspect a thing. Play Suicide Squad. Kill the Justice League.
You don't even really play that many video games. Well, no, I would take that back, actually. You play on Steam Deck all the time.
I would say I play more on my phone.
The Steam Deck that workwife bought for HMan. Do you...
No, that's how it's supposed to work. What, am I supposed to feel shame over how it's supposed to work? No, I don't feel shame. No. HMan also pet the dog. HMan remind work wife it's time to feed dog.
Yeah. I guess I did walk Remy today, and I did feed him.
I don't know what. You know, I walked him all yesterday.
You did, yeah. Because I was dealing with a lot of the wedding.
In the middle of nowhere, in the dark,
Yeah.
off a dark highway.
Would you want me walking him in the dark?
Absolutely, because then I don't have to be out there and be scared by this noises.
Oh my god. Is HMan in any way chivalrous to work wife?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because work wife come home, you immediately show her new broadsword he bought on eBay.
To defend her?
Yeah. To defend her.
Oh boy.
It's mostly to show HMan next door through window.
Oh, they live their whole
Yeah. They see each other through window. Anyway, that's what's up with me. Again, this isn't who I am. This is what I'm aspiring to be. So. It's almost dinner time.
What are you gonna make?
I don't know. But one of my few responsibilities is to cook, so I guess I have to figure that out.
I'm probably gonna eat salmon from a can. It's just a fast, efficient meal for a work wife.
Yeah, it's fuel.
It's just pure fuel.
It's fuel.
Work wife subsists on pure fuel.
Fuel to just get right back out there.
Well, HMan usually cook dinner, but then work wife have to work late.
Just so you know, work wife can speak in whole sentence. HMan can't. Work wife can speak.
Oh, so now HMan thinks he can tell work wife how to talk.
Well, we already established that one of HMan's responsibilities is to interrupt. But I also think HMan is saying that work wife can speak in complete sentence because work wife is not dumb like HMan is. HMan, uneducated, stupid.
Women get to be mediocre too. I've talked about this a bit, but that's one of my problems is when women can't just be mediocre and very whatever.
I see it all the time. Oh, really? Because I see it all the time.
Oh, gosh. So tired of it. I dealt with misogyny for so long.
They're going to say all day.
Yeah. Yeah. Legitimately in my career and from harassment.
How long would you say you've dealt with misogyny?
I worked in video games and adjacent to video games since 2012.
Okay, but when were you born?
When did Shadow of the Vampire come out?
2000. Is that when misogyny began?
2000?
2000? The millennium kicked off misogyny?
I was looking at pictures from the 2002 VH1 Awards? No, what was it? Grammys, maybe? 2002 Grammys.
2002 Grammys?
Yeah, I was looking at pictures from the 2002. Yeah. I was looking at these recently.
Why?
I don't know. Just came up in my Reddit feed. Outcast?
Let's see. Still relevant.
Andre 3000 doesn't like when you call his new album just a, flute album.
Are people doing that? Didn't it come out and people were like, oh my gosh, this
people
is
raved
incredible.
about it, but
yeah.
I'm sure he sees some.
Look at that red carpet right there, no
It's
doubt.
that one guy on the. What's Adrian doing on the right there? He's
Well,
in his
it was
own.
2002. That's pretty standard for 2002.
Brittany looked phenomenal. She looked great.
Where's Brittany?
Right there. She looked fantastic.
Uh-huh.
She's wearing a big hairpiece. Alicia Keys, wonderful. The Lady Marmalade.
Wow,
Gals
look at that.
came out. Uh-oh, we got some pictures here. Keep going. What's that?
This?
What is that from the Grammys? Who is that? Go to the other. Did somebody streak or something?
Oh, maybe.
What is that?
He looks so ashamed.
The most shocking Yeah, go to the E-News one, middle. The shocking Grammy moments ever. Can you go to the visit? Let's visit
Over
this.
the years.
What was that?
Soy bomb. Milli Vanilli.
I still want to watch that Milli Vanilli documentary that came out. Let's see. Elton John, Eminem.
Was that shocking?
Jon Stewart. It was Jon Stewart.
God.
Oh, that's not it. Who cares?
That was Jon Stewart?
Wow.
God, ads. Man. It sucks because I'm a millennial who loved searching websites.
Mm-hmm.
And it stinks because I'm like, it's a shame we can't have some of that again, as opposed to like algorithms feeding us everything and you only go to one place to get everything. Because it used to be fun getting different sources from everywhere, but you go to a single website right now and it's horrific. It's like they don't want you to be there. They actively don't want to be there with pop-ups. That's it. That's the end of that story.
Destiny's Child.
Destiny's Child. Aaron Carter.
Maya. Well,
I think once we started searching in this, we knew that we were wrapping things up. There it is.
Alias Frequency instantly recognized Jon Stewart's naked body.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Good on you. No shame. No shame. Well, yeah, that's about it. That's all we got. We didn't get to have time to play any of that escape game. But I would like to continue playing that. Because I feel like we're moving quick. We're moving quick. Final thoughts?
I'm a little tired. We party hard.
We're going to bed early tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I hope
That's the other thing. Home man, he sleeps in a crate. I don't make the rules. It's a crate. And it's not a man-sized crate. It's a dog-sized crate. I don't make the rules, but that's how it works.
Is everyone having a good holiday? Or some semblance of good, or at least doing something that makes you feel happy? I hope so. It's hard. Holidays can be really hard.
Yeah.
For many different reasons. But I just hope it's at least, tolerable, if not nice, for people.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Oh man, he is.
Oh man doesn't.
Through the holidays.
Oh man doesn't burden himself with the feelings of others during the holiday season.
No.
Oh man has enough on his mind.
Ricky Singh says I am gay and depressed.
Oh, that's a shame.
Sorry. JT got broken up with.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Oh my God. Jimmy Carter died.
Tim Blair just thinks Christmas sucks.
Oh, well, it's over. We're further from Christmas now than we will ever be, except for a couple days ago. But yeah. We're going to go see our dog.
He's
and
asleep.
go to
He's
bed
exhausted
early.
too.
We're all tired. Everybody's tired. But thanks to Elise, we came on and we did the stream.
Work wife, she's, if anything, motivated.
Oh God, she loves to work. Or even if she doesn't love it, she does it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.
Oh, Luke his wife has her last chemo tomorrow.
Oh, that's great. That's good.
Everybody give it up in chat.
That's great. That's great news. That's a
Luke's
great way to
wife.
start 2025.
I picked that guy's wife too.
That's a
You
work
know that
wife.
You know that meme?
That's a work wife.
Give it up for wife of Luke.
Luke Home Man.
Chat.
Luke Home Man.
That's a big deal.
But yeah. Kathy B says my daughter learned to walk on Christmas. That's big. Should be running into 2025. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week.
They gotta say it to Luke.
What?
Luke's wife. We're a little bit delayed, so they're giving it up for Luke.
But even if we're delayed, it'll run in real time for them.
Oh, okay. You're right. This is because
It's okay. You want to see
work wife's brain is just so tired from the stresses of the day.
I understand. Home man understands.
Oh yeah, and now Luke's wife can go back to work.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
So Luke can be a
It's
home
perfect.
man. Okay, good. That's why.
Luke.
Good.
But here's the thing. Don't forget, Luke's gonna take those wireless headphones off, and he's gonna scoop that cash right in.
Well, I'm happy for you, Luke. I'm happy for her.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Take care. Have a happy rest of the year. See you next year.
See you in 2025.
See you next year.